All right, we are going live. So we're going to gather a few people in here.
There I am. Hi.
There you are.
Okay, I shared it on my page, so we're good.
Awesome.
I'm behind, though. It's showing that I'm behind.
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be a few seconds behind on the live stream than from what you see on your screen. You want to pay attention to this room and not so much the live stream as far as voice and audio. So you probably want to, whenever you go to your own personal, go ahead and mute that. But you all should be able to share that out with all the links now. We should be live on all the places. I'm double checking. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We're here with another Black Business Virtual Meetup. It's August 27th, and we will be getting started here in just a few minutes. My name is Chris Hendricks, and I am here from BantuCola.com, the Gulf Coast Black Business Directory. And we have an assortment of guests that are hanging out with us today so that we can talk about the subject of marketing. So hanging here with us, we're checking all the channels, making sure that all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, and that all the things are in place so that when we go live, it's all done right. There we go. There we go. I like what I see there, and we support. How y'all doing? And we support Pensacola Black Business. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the club. How y'all doing on Periscope? Welcome to the club. Let's see what else we got here. Checking a few more places. At any time throughout the night, throughout our session, throughout our meetup, you can actually drop some comments in the chat, and we will get those addressed by our subject matter experts. We will make sure that they can see all the things, all the questions, and get you all the answers you need.
Boom. I'm sorry, I'm still sharing.
What?
So I'm still over here sharing stuff.
Do that. All right, this is too slow for me. I got to speed it up some. I got to speed it back up.
I'm ready.
Will become mine if I don't run out.
There we go. All right, we're live there. We're live there. We're live in all the places, I think. I'm missing one, though, it seems like. Why are we not there? Don't forget, you can put all your information in the chat. Hey, y'all, what's up, Thee? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Got another Facebook user. Hey, y'all. We doing all right in here. Come on, guests. Y'all can talk.
Hi.
I promise the users won't bite. They won't bite.
I don't know. I'm scared of just users.
You scared of users?
Facebook users. They might be waiting in the bushes, you know.
Depends on what kind of users they're talking about, huh?
Hey, they listen.
Right.
They listen. Get the loud jumping. That's right. That's right. I need some bounce music. I need something a little more. I got to get it moving. They asked me to slow it down a little bit earlier, so now I'm speeding it back up just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Let's see here. One more. I need to check one more page here to make sure we're live. The main page. There we go. I see us. There we go. Let me get that shared out there. Sharing in all the places. Much love. So our guest panel tonight, while we're kind of sitting here chilling out, is a group of people from the marketing space. And they're going to be helping us understand all the things we need to know about marketing, right? So while we're talking about marketing is a gigantic umbrella of a lot of specialties. And some people specialize in one area of marketing, and they don't even touch the other pieces. But in all of that, right, there are niche areas and tactics that you can use to expand your business. And I'm here with a panel from all areas of marketing. They're going to be helping us to understand and explain those things. So get your marketing questions ready. In fact, go ahead and drop some in the chat for me right now. Drop your marketing questions in the chat. If you are in marketing and you're listening, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. Just put 1. Just put 1 in there if you're in marketing. I want you to put. Nah. You know what? Just put marketing in there. If you're in marketing, just put marketing in there. And then if you do other things, if you market in your business, say I market my business. Put that in the chat. Put I market my business. If you do an active job of marketing your business, whether it's in social, whether it's on TV, whether it's on the web, on YouTube, wherever you do your marketing, just put I market. Because I want to see who's out there actually doing some active marketing. How's my panel doing tonight? Y'all doing all right? Y'all hanging in there?
Yeah, we hanging in there.
Easy night tonight. I appreciate y'all for y'all time and hanging out with us. And we support Pensacola Black Business and Bantucola.com. Let's see here. Keep it real. Keep it real. They say keep it real, Frank. A Facebook user said that. Now, you might, I don't know.
Like that, whoever that is might be in the bushes.
We got a Facebook user to say they market their business. And then Thee said, get the DJ to mixing. So we need DJ. We should have had you bring out the 1s and the 2s, right? Because I imagine DJs do some marketing for events, right? Can you imagine the hype that goes with an event? But we're not gonna get in those details just yet. We're gonna save that for the starting whistle, starting bell. Another user saying, "What's up, people? What's up, peeps?" Mr. Antonio, how you doing tonight? Thee say he markets his business along with his partners. In fact, I think I have one of your partners on the show, but I'm gonna let him do his intro. I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody.
It might be.
Focusing. Someone said we focusing. Another anonymous user. I don't know why I'm not getting all the names in. It might be.
I'm not getting them either.
All I see is user.
Are we friends with them?
That might
Are
be.
y'all our friends?
That might be.
Are we friends?
I
Are we friends? Hi, my name is Frank, and I want to be your friend.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let them know. What you say?
They're not my friend.
They're not your friends?
I asked people to come.
They might be your friends, but not ours. That's what I think.
They might be all your friends, Catrice. Now, I don't know. Laquita's been quiet, so I'm sure she probably has like a gigantic list of followers that are all here, and she's just being quiet right now.
She got 17,000 people tuned in.
Yeah. From all over the nation. She's regional boss here.
Right.
Y'all play too much.
Hey, look. What they say, name it and claim it.
Yo.
Put the work in.
Thank y'all for noticing the 3D joint in the back. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, I see who these people are. I'm going to start telling.
There we go. Love the 3D product. Yeah, you have to tell us about that.
No
Out
problem.
here showing out. Trying to make us all look bad because we just got normal stuff in our room.
What
you
up?
got 3D displays spinning.
Carter Gaston that keep telling you to keep it real.
Oh, that's Carter. What's that? I don't know. We friends on Facebook. I don't know why it ain't showing up.
I don't care. I'm telling on folk. I'm grown like that.
What up, Carter J? That's my guy.
Carter J is the man. What's going on, Carter J?
If you need something painted, some more work done, man, that's the man to go to. That's the go-to right there. That's
Shout
where I go.
out to Carter J Studios.
Right? On V Street.
What he had just said. Yeah. All right, so if y'all friends with Catrice, y'all need to friend us so we can see your name. So we're asking for all of Catrice's friends to come and friend us.
Wait a minute now. Because what I did was I went on Facebook to see who was commenting. There it is. I'll tell the truth on that.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. Ain't that what they say?
I cut Facebook off, so I don't know who commenting on what.
All good. All right, y'all. Well, it's about 6 o'clock here. We're finna go ahead and get into this, and I just want to thank you all for hanging in here with us tonight and kind of chiming in with us as we talk in our Black Business Virtual Meetup. It is today, August 27th of the year 2020, and our conversations focus around networking and business and education. And we're here today to talk about marketing. This broadcast is being brought to you by We Support Pensacola Black Business and Bantucola.com, the Gulf Coast Black Business Directory. If you're not listed in Bantucola.com and you're a Black business and you're in the Pensacola area, if you're in the Crestview area, if you're in the Panama City area, if you're in the Baldwin County area, come holler at us. Get in the directory. Let us know where you are. Let's practice group economics because we're growing and we're getting bigger. So let's go ahead and put those things into work. So with all that being said, I just want to talk and welcome our guests tonight. We have a panel of 3 subject matter experts from various areas of the marketing world. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. I'm going to start at my top right here on my screen, which is Miss Laquita Savage. Laquita, go ahead and let us know who you are and tell us about your business.
Well, my name is Laquita Savage. I'm a Pensacola native. I am owner of Shakur LLC, which is a marketing firm. We do marketing, SEO, website designs, website. We do a little hosting, a lot of different things to actually bring visibility to our clients. This is part of our passion. We don't do what most people or what you would just seldomly just learn in marketing school. Marketing, we move different because we are different. Shakur is actually a collective of individuals. So I don't lose any clients. After we get done marketing branding, they continue to market and brand and they continue to grow because we grow together. So Shakur is just that. We grow together. Marketing, that's just about it.
Cool. What's your socials on the web?
Okay, so my website is www.shaxor.com. And also you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, pretty much all social media sites, and pretty much a lot of different group sites as well. We're a little bit everywhere. We have an office here in Montgomery, and one coming up in Houston.
All right. You said here, meaning here in Pensacola, right?
Here in Pensacola, correct.
Boom. That's platforming. That's growth. We want to hear from you for sure. I'm going to drop down right below me, Miss Catrice Johnson. Welcome to the conversation. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
So I have 2 businesses. The first one is Graphic Groups Consulting. And what I do there is one of the biggest things that I do is I help small businesses grow by actually working with them on their business plans. A lot of people don't realize how important that is for them to grow their business. That is the foundation of growing your business. If you want to build your business and have it built correctly, come talk to me about that. I would love to talk to you concerning that. I also build websites and I also do graphic design. I went to school for it. I graduated with honors as far as that is concerned. And I've been doing graphic design for about 20 years now. In my field, I have learned a lot when it comes to how you build business. It's very important to make sure that everything is got a really solid foundation. That it starts with the logos and it goes all the way through to your marketing. So for me, what I do is I start from the very basic foundation of what you need to have done and work you all the way through. And then the other business that I have is called the PowerLink Expo. And we were supposed to have a huge event coming up in September, but because of COVID, we had to close it down. So we are working towards having the event take place in May of next year. I'm looking forward to having that be something where all businesses can come together and really grow and learn from each other and be able to market their businesses to each other. So if you'd like to find out more about either one of those businesses, you can go to graphicgroupspc.com, or you can go to the powerlinkexpo.com, and they're both really good. They give sound information that will help you figure out what you like to do as far as like whether you want to market your business or you need to grow your business.
Nice.
Awesome.
And finally, but not last and not least,
Frank.
Mr.
Frank.
DJ3X, also known as Frank. What's up, brother? Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and your business.
All right, what's going on, everybody, man? Look, I'm Frank. I own Vibe Cafe LLC, and I do what they call target marketing. So basically, a company comes to me with something that they have. They want to make sure it gets to the right audience. They tell me to make it happen. That's what I do for marketing. So that means I work with I work with some big companies. I work with some of the biggest people in the industry that do what they do. So like this logo that's behind me, that logo was created by the same guy that has created every one of Dwayne Wade's shoes up until a year before his retirement. So I get to work with the best in the field all around the world in what I do.
You are the man next to the man next to the two ladies.
Yeah, but I'm usually the one getting the call from the work, and I'm looking stupid. They trying to talk to me. Yeah, that's me right there, Mr. Yeah.
Mr. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All right. So our next panel will be September 25th. So you don't want to miss it. If you're here now, enjoy this conversation we're finna get into. Don't forget, we do this at the last Thursday of every month. So our next panel will be September 25th, same bat time, same bat channel. You can find us all over the web thereby. And with that being said, if you're interested in joining us on a panel, go ahead and seek out one of the admins in We Support Pensacola Black Business. That includes myself. You can go to Bantu Cola on our social media page at Bantu Cola and find us, reach me, or you can reach one of the admins in the We Support Pensacola Black Business group, and we will pull together a panel around a theme or an idea that you may have so that we can help and do a better job of supporting Black businesses in the area so that we can grow and scale and be successful. All right. With all that being said, we're finna jump right into this marketing platform here. We're on time and early. And so with that being said, I'm just going to open up this question to all of you all and just kind of go round robin here. So what does it mean to market your business, right? What does that mean to really market your business? And Frank, since you're the last one talking, I'm going to let you start out first since no one jumped in.
For me, it's actually kind of awkward because I can't really market to another business that wants my business other than the last business that I just did. I mean, I know it sounds awkward. So hear me out. So the example of I do NAM every year, right?
What's NAM?
It is the biggest
Marketing.
conference of music producers, directors. You have companies like Roland, pianos and speakers and all this other stuff. They give me one thing out of 1,000 things to market, and that's what I have to market to somebody.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody sees that and says, well, who did the marketing for that item? Not the whole situation, but that item. That's just like when somebody makes a commercial for a LeBron James shoe. That commercial was produced, directed, written by somebody. They have to seek me out to find out who did what where.
So you're the guy behind the scenes.
Right. I can't really say, hey, look, I did this. Here's that, because it doesn't technically belong to me after the product is finished.
Gotcha. So you're a hired hand to produce creative content for other companies who can't do that well.
Well, they can do it. Let's be clear by saying that. But you have people that work for you that have this. I mean, I don't care who you are or what it is. You become complacent in doing things a certain way. So then they'll come outside of their comfort zone to hire somebody else to jump in and work with their creative team. Mm-hmm. To get something done, just to put a fresh eye, a fresh ear. And then I'm a DJ by trade. So it goes without saying that you can get speakers. For instance, I do a lot of speakers. I do a lot of visual, designs. it's easy to say this is what the masses want where we are now. So if you're trying to get to them, this is what they need.
Gotcha. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Marketing. So the question was, what does it mean to market your business? Basically, when you say that, what you're doing is you're trying to allow people or other businesses or the community to become to know, like, and trust your business. So when you are marketing your business, you're creating relationships with the community, with other businesses,
Yep.
with people that are interested in trying to find out more about you. And the way you do that is by doing warm introductions, and creating the feel that they want to get to know you better as a business. So when you say, what does it mean to market your business basically becomes the character or a characterization of or an extension of who you are, if you are a sole proprietor, or a characterization of your company that you have created, so that people can get to meet this character, know this character, and like this character, and want to do business with this character. So that's what it means to market your business.
Okay. I like that. All right, Miss Laquita.
I agree with what Catrice says, but the way marketing is done right is actually building trust. Like when people see a certain brand, they can put out a whole bunch of different stuff. Marketing is building trust between the audience, the clients, the customers, or whoever in that brand. If it's a product, and a lot of times, I mean, you can market a product, but if you build marketing is building trust with brand to consumer. Just like Coca-Cola, when you know exactly what a Coke is. They brand market it. They market it as superb. You see Walmart. Guess what? You know what that Walmart stands for because they have already marketed to the consumers. You know exactly who it is. So any business owner, what they want to do is make sure they build a brand that is identifiable and it builds trust with the community. So marketing is not just being seen because anybody can be seen in a negative light, but it's being seen in a trustworthy light. So that's marketing.
So marketing is the goal of building trust between the brand and the consumer. What about the brand and another business? So I guess another business would be a consumer.
Yeah.
But business
Right,
to business?
business, like I'm a B2B business. I do business with other businesses. So what I'm accomplishing with my brand is I'm building trust with other businesses because those are my clients. Those are my consumers. It might not be everyday average people might not know what Shakur is. But I hope that when people that's in the business world, they realize Shakur, oh, that's a marketing firm. I don't know what that is. No, it's a marketing firm. It's trustworthy. It's a marketing firm. They do designs. They do SEO. It's building trust with whoever you are marketing to or trying to get to. So your client, your customer. So that's what marketing is.
Gotcha. So then, what's the difference between marketing and branding, or marketing and brand? Are those? How do y'all see those as differences?
No, they're two different things. Two different things. Since I go talk last, I'll go again, and we'll do it like that. Okay, so when it comes to branding is pretty much how I look. It's putting your outfit on your baby. So in any marketing is building trust, but your brand is what you look like. It's your business as a whole. Like branding means like the appearance, the fonts, the logo, your slogan. So when you think of McDonald's, you automatically think, blah, 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 I'm loving it. That's branded. Walmart, save less, you automatically think that's the brand because it's there. If it's branding done correctly, like 3X, DJ Frank, that's branded. You know what I'm saying? Catrice, graphic groups, consultant. Whatever her logo and her marketed it, she's her every day. But that's her business, it's a whole different thing. So that's branding for me. All right.
So for me, whenever I say, when people ask the question, what is the difference between branding and marketing? Branding is basically the character of your business. What it is it's like your 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 brand is the person of your business. It is the how people see you, how people view you as as a as a business as a whole. So it's more than just your logo, because you can brand your business when you're going out and networking. How you represent your business plays a big part in branding your business. So when you're out and you're about, or if you're looking at someone's business as a whole, you're looking at their business as a character of who they are, as an extension of themselves. So, like for example, Laquita said that Graphic Grooves Production Company, or I've changed the name, so I keep going back to production company. Graphic Group Consulting. That is the name of my company. And my brand and my logo is basically how people view me, and they see me as a characteristic. But whenever you go to marketing when I market my business, that's where I create the feel of people being able to know, being able to figure out what exactly it is that I do, being able to trust what I do, being able to understand what I do, and being able to like what I do. So the difference between the branding is when you literally show the character of the business, and the marketing is when you create the feel of the relationship of the business, and that is the difference between the two of them.
Okay. 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 Frank, you want to add on that?
They pretty much covered it. I mean, for me, it's less work than what they have to do, because 9 times out of 10, I'm already dealing with an established business. I just have to stay. I mean, I can't go too far out of the realm of what they want, because they have an established brand.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to create marketing for it. So their brand is already established. I just need to create something that makes it feel like it's home, for everybody else. That's just like if you were to go, you wanted a two-door car, you're in love with Ford, you wanted a Mustang. So new Mustang comes out, I need to make that Mustang commercial exciting, new, but yet familiar to you, because it is a Ford brand, it is a Ford car, and it is the Mustang. So you need to be comfortable. Once again, that's where that comfort level comes in at. And it's just up to me, or up to us, to keep that comfort level status quo, but keep it exciting enough to get you excited about it, just like we are.
Gotcha.
Transference of energy.
Gotcha. So I have a question from a user, right? We got an anonymous user, at least it's not showing for me, but the question is, what's the difference between marketing and advertising then?
I'll go this time first.
All right.
So marketing is where you're basically introducing the company itself. But when you're advertising, you're actually introducing the products and the services. So whenever you advertise your businesses, or not advertise your business, whenever you advertise something in your business, you're advertising the product, you're advertising the services, you're advertising what it is you can actually do for someone, as opposed to when you're marketing something, you're marketing literally the feel of the company, and then with the branding, you're basically introducing the character of the company. So with the branding, you're building who you are. The marketing is building the relationship between you and the community, and then the advertising is showing, like, the little kids, the babies, which is the products and the services.
All right. So if I'm advertising, I'm selling something to you, is what you're saying. All right. So let me back up one step. Let me make sure I got all y'all straight. So if I'm a Black business and I'm watching this channel, my chat, and I'm wanting to start a business, or I'm in business right now, when I am working on my brand, I'm working on building an identity for the business.
Correct. That's correct.
My marketing is my effort to reach my target audiences, whether it's a 30-year-old, female, or this segment over here, or I want to reach, youth from 11 to 18, right, in this particular demographic when I'm selling a video game, or if I want to reach, the 20-year-old male who wants the Mustang because they want that sound and they want a go fast car. That's the marketing effort. I'm not selling them, right, hey, buy this Mustang for $19.99. I'm selling you an experience.
You're selling the feel of it, yeah.
The feel of it, right? And I'm tying that back to the brand. So you're aware of brand and you come to trust that this Mustang will do these things. Mm-hmm. And then the advertising is
announcements.
Is what?
Announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, to simplify all that, marketing is what we do to make sure the advertisements go right. The advertisements is the finished product.
All right. So then the Black businesses that are listening, they need to pay attention to making sure that their brand is represented correctly. So they need to have some sort of recognizable identity that people equate with that brand or with the business, not so much their face, unless their face is the actual brand, I would assume, right?
That's correct.
That's
okay.
Right.
So a recognizable logo that is always out front that they are putting out in the community, and then tying that to specific advertisements, announcements, things about pricing or other things to make a complete circle. Am I getting that?
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Someone else says marketing creates awareness. So good deal.
Marketing is the creative aspect of it. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this logo thing, right? So we talked about the brand, right? And when we're talking about brand, we've been kind of talking about it abstractly. And I'm assuming when y'all are saying brand, we're talking about logo. But is that the same thing? So how important is that logo, and is that the same thing as the brand?
Branding can be branding of anything, whether it's a slogan, a brand, a face, even a sound, So branding is just what you want to be, you as a company anyway, want to be known by, So that's what branding is. That's something that you're going to just keep in everybody's face subtly or as bluntly as you want, and make sure as much as you keep it in your face that you have a quality product or service to back it up, because you can also kill yourself with that brand.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Elaborate on that, Catrice.
Wow. So you would call me out?
hey, you said absolutely. I'm just going by what you said.
So basically, if you have a product or a service, or even your logo itself, but the character of the company, like for example, I'm graphic consulting, and if I have clients or people that I've done wrong to, and I'm advertising out there, they're looking at my business saying, no, she don't use her. So it can be used against you if you do not have the credentials behind what you say that you can do. If you are incapable of doing the work, and this is one of the things that, so we're all Black here, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about a couple of things. One of the things that happens in Black businesses, and my mother just hired someone to do some work for her, and the contractor told her, that they can do what they said they can do, and my mother was really excited about it, and they gave her a fair price for it. And then when it came down to literally doing the work, they half did it. And because they half did it, my mother was like, I'm never going to refer this person to anybody. Well, right then and there, he blew his brand right then and there, because once you don't follow through with what you say that you can do, your brand is basically foiled. So if you are doing work for someone and you're out there advertising that you can do something, but you're incapable of doing it, you are destroying your brand without even realizing it. And that's why I say absolutely.
Gotcha. Good example. Laquita, you got any examples of that?
Well, yeah. When you have companies out here, and I've seen it, actually customer service can kill your brand. People out getting the wrong people to help you represent your company will kill your brand. You can't treat people like dirt and don't think people talk and expect
Say
to
it.
have a lot of clients.
Yep.
Um, that kills your brand.
Mhm.
Um, and also since we brought up we're black, we know that like during this, I just want to throw it out. I'm just gonna throw it out.
Black
During
people.
this corona, we've had an uplift in the black business where we're saying, hey, we're supporting our own, right? And a lot of us went out and we supported. And a
Yes,
lot of us turned right around and tore each other down.
absolutely.
Yeah.
As in branding, and I think a lot of people go in business and they get the mentality that I'm a boss now. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. Who gonna check me? And when they have that attitude, they actually kill their own brand and don't have a business no more. People stop referring people. People go somewhere else. So in that aspect, I think that for our community, that is a big thing. Destroying our own brand, and that could be with not being able to perform what you say you can perform, bad customer service, word of mouth,
Bad attitudes.
attitude, and allowing
Mhm.
the wrong images around your brand. I know she said an extension of myself, but I mean, I believe in integrity, but I also built Shakur as an entity as its own. A lot of people know Walmart. Do they know the exactly name of the owner?
Nope.
No.
No. So to be honest with you, you should build your brand strong enough to stand on its own.
Exactly.
Um, as far as that goes. But yeah. So yeah, I do believe people can definitely kill their brand.
Yeah. In fact, I have an experience where, you know, I worked for an employer for about 10 years and they built their reputation on not doing contracts and being phenomenal, right? That was kind of the mantra of like customer service is everything because our customers aren't under contracts. Our
Right.
goal is to retain, 98% of our customers by how we treat them versus locking them into a contract for 2 or 3 years,
Exactly.
right? And that with that mindset, right, that infested the whole company from the top to the bottom, and they tried to empower employees to be, solve customers' problems. And every time the customer isn't always right, and sometimes it might be better for a customer to go somewhere else rather than do business here. But don't make promises you can't keep,
That's
right?
true.
And whenever I work there and then go somewhere else or deal with another company, right, on my own as a consumer, right, whether it's with the phone company or this company or that company, and I get bad customer service, it just is loud, right? Bad customer service is really loud, and it's just when you're used to good customer service and being a part of a machine that's built like that, and then you
Mhm.
go out and get bad customer service, right? This is the mantra is true. It's like a word of mouth travels fast, and when someone wants to say something good, it travels fast, but when someone wants to say something bad, it travels faster.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Right.
true.
the comment is basically if something good happens, they'll say it one time. But if something bad happens 10 times, they'll tell the story 10 times to 10 different people.
Yeah, I know I will.
Your information is out there 10 different times to people that will never do business with you because of one person's experience.
For sure, for sure. We got another question from the audience. Is what are some advantages and disadvantages of marketing your business by demographic, right? I.e., women owned, black owned, right? XYZ owned, all of the things. Anybody want to comment on that?
I will, because I actually I don't market my company, but I do not keep it quiet that it is a black woman owned company. Um, when you marketing, you should not market just to your friends. And I tell my clients this: you don't market to just your peers. You go in, you see exactly what your geographics is. You find out, what all avenues that we could actually push this to and generate an income to. So when it comes to telling people I'm black owned, a lot of companies it used to be less sit back and be scared to say that we're a black owned business or we're white owned. But I think in the climate of today, I don't think that that's such a big deal. I mean, is black owned, is black owned, is white owned. And I think you got some questions. I'm gonna hold some of my comments off on that for the future. But that was one of the things. I don't think that we should be so silent, especially if we're giving great product. If we're giving great service, I think we should stand up and proudly say this is a Black-owned business. You shouldn't hide that thinking that it's going to be a bullet in a gun to you. You should, I'm not saying be boastful. You are what you are, but I wouldn't say as far as using it as in branding. Um, eh, I don't. I don't. I bet it is out there that I am Black owned. I mean, the company name is Shakur.
Right.
So let me answer this question also. The advantages are that if you use demographics, you're going to be able to pull the people that are interested in doing business with you. The disadvantage is that you're going to be pulling people that also may not be really interested in doing business with you, but you've piqued an interest. There in marketing, there's always going to be people that are interested in what you're doing but never buy, and that's just how it is. But then there are going to be people that are interested in it and they're going to patronize your business. So depending on how you use your demographics, because it's more than just being women and veterans and Black owned. You have whenever you do it right, as far as like doing the demographics, you want to know what the person's likes are. You want to know how much money they make. You want to know what community they're in. So depending on how wide you cast your net, it could be very beneficial to you, as opposed to if you're just doing certain things, trying to get a specific group of people, that could be a very big disadvantage to you. So you want to figure out, first of all, who your clients are, so that you can basically monopolize on the advantages, and then figure out who the people you are not trying to market to, so that you don't have as many disadvantages in your marketing.
Yeah, it's never been personally a problem for me, because most of my customer base is focused on the end product. I need this done. I need it done by 12 o'clock tomorrow. Can you do it?
No.
If that's a yes, they don't care if you Mickey Mouse. If you came in there with a Mickey Mouse suit on and you promised them you can do it, and your contract said if you can't do it, we coming after you. All right, cool. But just so happens, 6'5", 300-pound Black man walks into the room, and he's the one you have to sign that contract in front of.
What does that mean?
I mean, 6'5" is 6'5". That's a big dude.
Yeah,
Big dude.
Space.
baby.
So I see this as a two-part question. So I want to flip this on its head. So it looks like our focus has been right marketing ourselves by the ownership of the business, right? So we're thinking about a very small business, a micro business, or a small business where you have an owner and maybe one employee, or maybe just an owner, and they're working regardless of the business entity that's registered with the state. They're working almost as a solopreneur, right, and doing their thing. But what about our target demographic and marketing to a specified market? Now, I learned in an incubator that I did here locally with Veterans Incubator. Shout out to Bob. We learned when I was working on a platform that I was working on called the Urban Beauty Exchange, and it was all about kind of creating an Etsy-like environment for Black beauty products, right, and focus on that beauty realm, right? And I was worried that I'm like, how do I go to an investor and say, invest with me, if I say my target market is a 20 and 30 something Black female, right? And those are my target audiences. It's like, and I'm targeting just, if it almost feels racial, right? And it's like, how do I say that to an investor? And then I was really nervous about it being in this incubator. He was like, no, you better know that and even more about those Black females in those specific age groups. He says, don't worry about what the investor thinks, likes, or knows on the other side, what color they are. It's all about how well do you know that target demographic and can actually generate revenue from that target demographic. So what do you guys think about that as far as the target demographics, and what do you see like relating to that on TV? Like I want to expose some of that stuff, but I'm gonna let y'all talk about that for a minute.
What was the question again?
So my question is rather than talking about the owner as marketing by the owner, right? I want to talk about marketing by the target demographic. So
Yep.
you guys are marketing experts, right? But let's say, I'm running, right? So I'm running, I see JoJo is on here, right? Or I see, let me take that back. I see Crystal is on here, who runs JoJo's Beauty Supply. Shout out to the Black owned beauty supply store in Pensacola. And if you're not
Ooh.
shopping there, you need to go shop there.
Find
Right.
out her address. Please put your address in the message area so I can figure out where you are so I can come get my hair products. Thank
And you got something now to make my beard connect?
We're gonna stay on point. We're gonna stay on mission here. We're gonna stay on mission. We're gonna stay on mission. But shout out to Crystal, right? So Crystal has products, right? Typically geared towards a Black audience, right? I'm sure there's other types of products in there for other people as well that can use those products, right, for various types of hair. But so she's marketing. I'm assuming a large portion of her demographic is, Black females.
Yes.
Right, who have buying power, right? So I'll say from 16 to 45, right? 16 to 45, maybe 16 to 55, right? So if you're 16, you can work a job, you can go buy your own stuff, right? So, right. So thinking about your target audience and her target audience, what does that look like?
Let me answer this question for you real quick. First of all, do not reinvent the wheel. That is the one thing that we as people, when we go into business, we think we got to do it bigger, better, brand new, everything. I would strongly suggest looking at how the demographics is for how they market to Black people now on television. It is very important that you look at what they're doing, because you can always go back and use what they've already done and create your own marketing from that strategy. There are ways you can find out information doing research. One of the things that I do is marketing research for people, and I go through other people's companies and I look at how they've marketed and pull their information so that we can see how you can market your company. So, for example, Crystal, you have a JoJo Beauty Supplies, which is a wonderful product, I am sure. Let me know where you are, girl, so I can get my hair products. But basically what you want to do is look at how the other companies, like the white owned companies or the Asian people that are advertising to our people, and see what they're doing, and then use what they've already done to create your model so that you know how to advertise as well, because that they have already done the work for you. It's just monopolizing on what they've already done is what I would strongly suggest you do.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I do actually. So this is where my knowledge of hiring somebody else, getting contractors involved. So this is where I would actually go to Chris. Chris, I need some of this tech work done. I need to find out. I need marketing research on who lives in area, whatever the mileage is. I need to find out income. I need to find out how to advertise to these people that you're trying to get to. So Chris would tell me, this is what I have. This is what I found. These tech guys are good at that. They have analytics pages that they can read like the back of their hand. I can read it. It's going to take me forever. They can pull out other demographic stuff as far as in this area, there are more children than there are adults in this area. Try doing cartoons. There's a bunch of different things that we can do. But that's where I bring in contractors to help me get to fine tune my marketing.
Okay. So fine tuning your marketing and bringing in contractors. So you're saying this is something. So in our example, right, we're talking about JoJo's Beauty Supply. I just pulled her out because I saw Crystal in the comments, and I like supporting Black businesses, and I know about her business. So you're saying that she should find someone as a central point of contact in marketing and let them figure out what the demographics are for the area, and then to exploit that knowledge to market her brand to.
Yeah,
she can go as far as getting into it herself. A lot of the information is free if you know where to look. However, if you're trying to get more specific, a lot of it you have to pay for. And some people aren't willing to pay for it. because they don't know what they're buying. You know, that's why they come to people like us, because we know exactly what we're buying. We know exactly what to look for, exactly what they need. We're just taking something that's going to take them 2 weeks down to 2 days.
Gotcha. Laquita, you finna jump in on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on in on that one. Crystal said something that was very key. She said locally, and marketing is different phases. You have local, regional, and also national. I think she has a beauty shop in Pensacola.
She
Correct.
does.
She has a beauty supply store in Pensacola.
She needs to, and I'm gonna give a little tidbit. When it comes to locally, when you're trying to get out and you're trying to get the locals or local, you're going to reach a side of the community. Of course, yes, and like the other lady said, they don't market, they don't. Especially if you're local. Local is what I like to do. I like to do local marketing because there's so many different aspects to growing a local business. And one of the things that we do here with Shakur is called community marketing. And it works out perfectly. So I would just tell Crystal to kind of reach out to other nonprofits or probably another business owner, but they could definitely bring that up, the awareness up, by what I call community marketing.
Okay.
Use
Good
that
deal.
community, that local community, to boost your visibility, because that's really what you're needing right now is just visibility.
Visibility. Okay. Good deal. So I guess during this era, so while we're talking about visibility and kind of talking about the scenarios that we've been in, right, with stores being shut down and we're all trying to figure out what does life look like after COVID, if we ever actually get there, and Corona is just, everybody's scared to touch all the things because you don't know where you're going to pick up the thing at, right? The virus, like all the zombie movies, right?
Oh.
And I'm making light of it, right? But it's a serious situation that many people have died. There's many people who have been, deathly ill and have come back. And then there's more people who just didn't make it back, right? And it affects people differently. But while we're talking about that and we're talking about these businesses, what does marketing look like in the era of COVID, right? How do we do a better job of that? Well, what does it look like, number one? And then how do we do a better job of that as Black businesses, right? So somewhat people are trying to support because of George Floyd, but then that's going to die down and people are going to go back to just being, America because America. Right. And then, so what does marketing look like during COVID? Like what's been happening in y'all's world? And then number two, right. How do we do a better job of marketing during COVID?
So
I'll take
go ahead.
Y'all are too nice to each other.
What I have been doing, as far as I'm gonna talk about my business specifically now. Marketing right now has been low key for me for my business, not for my client's business, but for my business. And the reason why is because this has been one of the best times for me to put some things in order. A lot of times when we first open our businesses, when we really get off the ground, all we think of is push. But if your message is not really clear, clean, and direct, that all that pushing is not doing any good. So what you want to do is you want to sit down, and if what you're doing now is not working, you need to look at the message that you're sending out so that you can make sure that it's the correct message. And then once you look at the message and look at how you're presenting your marketing to the community, to the world, to the local area, then if it needs to be revamped, this is now the time to do it so that you can build on it for the upcoming season. So for me, it's been very low key, but I have been putting things out there. Like, for example, I created an ad on my social media that basically had a mask and said, if your business is sick, or now's the right time to check and see if your business is doing well so that it doesn't get sick later. So I'm using the COVID-19 opportunity to let people know that you can be sick in more than one way. Your business can be very sick and you not even realize it. So if you're out there trying to really build your business and but your message is not clear, then you need to look at the message. So this is the best time to do it. So whenever everything ends, you're able to have that strong message that you're trying to send to people.
All right, jump on in there, Laquita.
All right. So you asked what would marketing look post COVID, right?
Hmm.
Well, from a technology point and from a truth point, COVID taught the world something. I don't know if everybody was in the business world as far as when it comes to business. COVID taught business owners that their workers don't have to come in. That saves them money. They also found out that brick and mortars don't have to be what really makes money. So a lot of businesses are shutting down their bricks. And I keep trying to tell my black business owners it's going to be your SEO work. If you're in business not in none of the algorithms, you will not survive. So post-COVID world, if you do not get your SEO, I don't know about, all the other stuff, but I'm telling every last one, get your digital platform together because those are the ones that's on the first page are going to be the ones that's going to survive post-COVID. Because if I can't pull your business up, if I'm on my phone and I put on, I need shirt or shoes, and your business don't pop up, I don't
You
know
don't
you there.
exist. Yeah.
Post-COVID world is going to be not, and that's what I keep trying to tell black business. Go ahead and get your SEO while it's cheap now. Even though it's expensive, it's cheaper now. By the time everybody realized that brick and mortars are falling down, they're steady selling them. Kmart, Walmart, they steady selling it. You go on, because I mean, did you see that Amazon, the owner of Amazon, he became the world's first trillionaire?
Yeah. Crazy.
COVID taught this world something. You can do it less expensively, and everybody's jumping on it. So if your business do not have the correct coded algorithm on an SEO that's Bing, Google, Yelp, Yahoo, any of them, you will not survive. So you need to post-COVID world, find you a marketing firm or find a company that could do your SEO work or find somebody that'll sit down and teach you. But your business need to have a digital presence, character, platform, something that so if I am in the area and I need hair products, I'm sorry, Crystal, I'm kind of you still in my mind. And I need some hair, Crystal. I jump on and I write, I need some hair. I need to see your business pop up. I tell all my clients, if you're not on that first page, you're last. Most people don't even hit the second page. If
Right.
they don't find you on that first page, it's a wrap.
Yeah. And that also goes, you need to be on that black business directory, right? Because if
yeah.
you're looking for a black business
Exactly.
and you ain't on bantucola.com,
I try to tell my clients
they don't
because
know.
they don't understand how the algorithms work. So you get on Facebook and they buy these ads to get sponsored and they really don't see any progress. It's because they don't really know how the algorithms work. And I try to tell, guide my customers how to make social media absolutely work for them. And it's not by just absolutely paying all that money for sponsorships.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice, but you have to not fall for that. If a lot of people see it, but that don't mean a lot of people's gonna buy it.
Right.
Yeah. And so let's explore SEO a little bit because I think what everybody's still on restrictions and not just out shopping in mass in at the bricks, like you said, right? They're searching for things online. So what is SEO? I know, but I want you to tell the audience in particular.
Yeah, explain it to them. I was just going to say, I don't
Go
think
ahead,
a lot of business owners know what it is. I mean, I know what it is.
Go ahead, Frank.
Go ahead.
Okay, my businesses don't need SEO like y'all businesses do. What?
Don't everybody's scared
I
to
got the
explain
easy
SEO.
job here. I got the easy job here.
That's what
Right.
it is.
What is
It's
it?
when, that's all SEO. It's search engine optimization. It's when you go on and you Google, Bing, Yahoo. Whatever search engine that you're using, is your business is within that algorithm. Let's see. Amazon has one of the best SEO. You could type in, if you get on your phone and you type in, I need copier paper. I bet you something out of Amazon is going to pop up. And it's going to be on that first list. But that's all it is. It's just making sure that your business is pullable or retainable by electronically, by the internet. That's all
Right.
SEO is. It
Yeah.
sounds very simple, but that one simple thing could either make you and break you sooner than later. You need to make sure that your website is correct. You need to, like, I know my business, if you Google Shakur, I try to at least own 2 pages. I don't care if somebody they're going to read another page about Shakur. Um, and the reason why is, if somebody is in this area, um, it don't discriminate. If somebody looking for marketing, they put in marketing firm, I want to be first on their list. That means I'm going to be the first person that they call.
Yeah. Yeah. And something that's interesting to me too is I want to make sure you as a Black business don't get caught up in brand loyalty. So hear me out what I'm finna say.
Yeah.
We talk about, I love my Android and I love my Apple, right? I'm an Apple guy, or no, I'm an Android girl, right? Nah, I'm putting my product on both markets, right? I want my product in both markets because I want to sell to Android users and I want to sell to Apple users.
Exactly.
So if you use Google all the time, great. Make sure your SEO, right, that you are in as a business inside Google, but then also go to Bing. You may not use Bing as a consumer,
Exactly.
but you better make sure your products show up in Bing and that you have registered with Bing and your website is registered there and your keywords are registered there.
Not just there, but Yelp.
Yep.
Yahoo.
Yahoo, all of it.
Another one, Badu, I think it's called Badu.
That's
all these
right.
search engines, you want your information to show up in every last one of them, so that whenever someone, because I think Badu is foreign, but if you want someone to be able to type in your, like for example, hair grease. You want somebody to, if they type in hair grease, your company comes up. If I say that I do marketing, someone types in marketing, I want someone to have my business come up. If someone types in sneakers or tennis shoes, you want that business to come up. That's going to be right there. So how you put your information in one, like in Google. And the cool thing is when you put it in Google, a lot of times, because Bing and Google are competing, they'll pull from the Google to the Bing, and all you have to do is go in and claim your account from Bing. Same thing with Yelp, because they're all competing, they'll pull that information. And then the next thing that's really important that people don't realize that helps SEOs is getting people to do reviews. The more reviews you have on your information where people have said that your product and services are good, the higher your rating is and the more Google crawls your page. So those are the things that you want to look at.
Can I bring up something that I don't think many people think about? However, it's more than relevant right now, especially today with everybody being home.
You have my permission. Go ahead.
You didn't say Mother May I?
Mother May I, please? But a lot of people don't really take into consideration that part of SEO is also vocal recognition.
Yep.
How many times have you been talking about something, open your Facebook, and there's a new pair of shoes because you needed running shoes, and you were just talking with your friend about the running shoes that they just had?
Yeah.
There are certain ways to hop in that vocal algorithm because now everything's smart, so everything's listening to you, no matter if it's on or not.
That's true.
Right. So when you go home and you cut on your smart TV and you talking to your remote, whether it's directed, whether it's the one from the TV or the cable company, and tell your TV to cut on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, or whatever, that remote is still listening to you.
Yes.
So when it goes blank and then all those ads go across your screen, those are the ads that you've been talking about for the past couple of hours.
That's true.
That's recent conversation for you. So when you go into SEO, pay the extra money. Pay the extra money. You hear me, businesses? Pay the extra money to make sure you're getting it done vocally as well.
Yeah. And another one, I'm sorry, to geofencing. That's becoming a big deal.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So there are several different graphic design, marketing, advertising, whatever companies here in Pensacola. Whenever, the one thing that they have set up now is whenever you are doing a lookup for a company, if you visit that company, your phone tags that it's there, and then they tell you about another company. They've geofenced you in so that you can look at other companies. Geofencing is becoming one of the most popular things in the marketing community, and I'm just started to learn about it now because I've been looking at other stuff. But the geofencing is one way that, like Crystal, if you're looking to try to get your hair store out there, geofencing would be probably one of the best ways to go for doing SEO for your company. Because if someone goes to one hair store and you geofence them, in other words, you mark a pattern from where they went to that store and then you lead them to your store, they'll come to your store just because you geofence them in and they visited that other store.
So what, something that would be interesting. So let me be a little devious. So say someone is in a beauty store that happens to not be Black owned. And there's a few of them around town, right? And so, as an example, someone could then geofence those stores and say, if you check into this store, you make yourself known, right? Or your GPS coordinates are on and you're in this store, then now my ads will show up tied to anything you look for, because now I recognize that I targeted your presence at these locations, and now I want to make you aware that I exist as a Black owned business over here, so that you're now aware that I exist.
Let's take that a step further, Chris, and take geofencing to the GPS level. How many of you guys use Waze? Waze is an app, GPS app. When you stop at a stoplight, it'll tell you about restaurants that's nearby. It'll tell you about stores that's nearby. It'll even throw up their logos. You have that exact same option as a business owner to put your logo, to put your ad up there. You can even go as far as attach a coupon or buy one, get one or whatever. However, a lot of people don't understand the process to get that, and they don't want to pay for it. However, it's still, you're talking about your ROI, return on investment.
You'll get your money back.
If you're already on the way to something, why can't they just stop where they are?
Exactly.
If they have to pass you to get there.
Also, Google Mapping, they
Yeah,
do it.
same with Google Maps.
Nice.
Yep.
We've been doing that in the nightclub world for years now, because it's ruthless. They don't care. So, say for instance, you're in Vegas. I'm on my way to Luxor, but I'm passing somebody else. Somebody else is going to have that whole street geo-mapped in front of them because you're passing them. Come in now. We're going to give you $50 and a free night and breakfast in the morning. Hit this link to reserve, your stuff. People do it all the time. Nightclubs. Oh, you aren't here? You go to pull up a Snapchat and then you see a filter for somewhere else that you're not at. And it says, "Oh, you're not here?" They're being shady, but however it works. Now you want to go find out where you're not at.
I don't know if it's even shady. I think it's just
business.
It's marketing.
Yep.
Right. Do y'all remember like 2 years ago, it was Burger King and McDonald's? And McDonald's said if you go to, if Burger King said if you go in McDonald's and pull it up, that's geofencing, guys. That whole bit, when you go in, you log in and you got a free Whopper, but all you had to do was actually walk in and hit, "I'm here," and go get your free Whopper.
It'll throw up a coupon.
That's how the geofence. That's not how you do it, but that's what it is.
Started getting big. So, and I tell people it does work. Geofencing, mapping, just get it all done, because he's right. Voice all of that. You make sure you find a company. We do provide that at Shakur. I'm going to throw that in there because we do.
So do we.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there.
I just want to make sure y'all know where to get it done at. But those are some of the services because they are needed right now, and that's the reason why I brought it up. a lot of us don't know the changes in the business world. And so that opportunity, but yeah, SEO, that is going to be one. Geofencing, the
Yep.
mapping, geo mapping, all that is going to be very relevant coming up
Understanding
very
your
soon.
metadata.
Yeah, they're steady shutting things down. You hear it every day. Everything's shut down. CEOs stepping down. Everybody is downsizing. And I need for you to understand it's because post-COVID world is not going to be as vivid as it was before. A lot of things are going to be just available to you from your phone or smart device.
Now, that doesn't mean that all of the businesses are going to shut, because there are still mom and pop stores
Oh,
out there.
no. I said some.
But you're going to notice more of the, especially the major companies, they're going to be downsizing and shutting down a lot more. But this is a really good time for small businesses. If you are a small business, you right now should be in your element, because what's happening is, even though there's a struggle trying to get things up and running, the opportunity is becoming more and more open for small businesses to step up and say, hey, I can provide that. Plus, it gives you the opportunity to be able to provide things that other companies like large corporations cannot. For example, you go to Walmart and they sell everything by the millions. Like, they buy bulk and they sell bulk. That's how they make their money. But when you have a small store, you can specialize in certain things. Like, for example, if your products, Crystal, are manufactured by you from your home, and they're working for someone, you have a specialty that you can actually use and specialize in. So those are the things that's going to be the big deals that's going to be coming back. Even though the large corporations are shutting down, some of the small mom and pop stores, because they have like specialty things that they're selling, and they won't sell them in bulk, like some of the big stores will. That will be what keeps you afloat.
Bet. I think we done beat this one up to death. Now, if there's some other business owners in here watching and chatting with us, throw your business in there. Let me know what you got so we can talk about you too. We're going to give Crystal all the advice. We're going to give her all the advice. But if there's a few of y'all in there, now there's a few. If y'all are still in there and y'all want to get some advice, right? Throw your business in there. Let us know what you're doing, what business vertical you're in. And if you got some questions relating to that, just let us know, right? Let us know what you got, and we'll post them up and see if we can answer them as we're going along the way. With that being said, right, I think I have one final question that I want to ask here real fast, and I'm going to pivot and get into some more practical stuff. But how can consumers better support Black business owners, right? How can we as Black consumers support the Black businesses in the area better when it comes to like being aware of marketing? Or maybe how can Black business owners actually make Black consumers more aware specifically, right? So that we can do a better job of practicing group economics, right? And actually supporting our own communities.
The first thing that I would say is, when it comes to doing business with Black businesses, if you are Black, don't be so quick to look at pricing. Yes, pricing is important, making sure that you're not getting, taken for a ride and everything. But one of the things that is the most offensive thing to any Black owner is when they tell you their price and then you say, well, I can go to Walmart and get that. That is a slap in the face.
For sure.
Because basically what you're telling them is that their product is not even as, they're number one, because most people know, let's be really honest. I love Walmart, but their products, some of the products that they have are low end. So if I have a quality product and you're telling me you can go to Walmart and get my stuff, you don't know what you're talking about, first of all. And then number two, you just basically told me that you're selling out to the man. So I'm going to be honest with you. When you're doing business with someone, please, before you start questioning their pricing, look at the quality of what they're offering you first before you decide to say anything, or go to another company as far as that is concerned. And that's my 2 cents for tonight.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Well, go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Frank.
You have a lot to say. You know you do, because you was talking about it earlier.
Oh, she just throwing them under the bus. Wow. She put all the pre-conversations out there. Wow. I can't take you nowhere.
Right.
All right, Laquita, we going to you.
Yeah.
One of the things, all right, so I know I said it earlier, I do have a network. Shakur's a network as well. So, like I told you, once my clients leave, getting their stuff done, they typically stay with me through the network. One of the things about that is that to help a Black business owner is don't ask for a discount.
Amen.
Let us stop disrespecting each other. When we go on to Walmart, we don't turn around and ask Walmart, hey, can I get 20% off this? Or get mad. We have to learn how to respect each other.
I feel the spirit right now. I'm sorry.
I'm just being honest because that's what we do. And I see it all the time. You know, hey, oh, yeah, my sister, because, yeah, ask them. The thing is, as Black owners, we already come in, you know, we coming in. We doing what we don't come in with $1 million
Budget.
marketing budget, and you know we don't get a lot of stuff passed down to us. It's not easy. All our products from hairdressers, when they go buy shampoo, they don't get a discount. By the time they get their stuff, they done ran low on funds. Now they get to you, and you looking at them and asking them for $50 off, or to do it for free, or to barter. I don't do bartering, and the reason why is because if we start respecting each other's business, we'll start growing better. You know, we doing a lot of, because then we're empaths as business owners. Well, I can give them a discount. You know, it ain't even a big deal to a lot of us. We can do that, but really, it's slowing the whole market down. All Black business, it slows us down, and it ain't that we don't love each other. It ain't that this. We just have to respect each other. Point. If the price is not a good price for you, walk out. Say that. If you can afford it, go on it. I spent the last 3 months. Black businesses only. I have no problem with white business. Have no problem. I got white clients. But the reason why is because for years they have been so underrepresented.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
They was going out of business. And what they fail to tell you, most business that go in business, about 72% of them fail within that first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop that. We have to learn how to uplift them. If they say that they want Crystal, I'm gonna use you. If she want $40 for that wig, Crystal, I'm gonna give you $40, and I'm not gonna ask for no discount because I don't know what Crystal went through to even get that package to her store to sell it to me.
And
Exactly.
then don't complain about it after,
Right.
like, okay, don't complain.
Mhm.
Don't be like, girl, I went to this store and I had to pay $40 for this daggone wig. Well, you
Mhm.
know what? Take the wig back and get the $20 one that make you look ratchet, because I'm okay with that. But don't complain about it, because then that again goes and shows the negativity of the company, and that's not
Right.
fair to the business owner. If they gave you great customer service, they sold you a quality product, and then you still complaining. Hush up. Because you're supporting someone that's going to support the community. One of the things that people don't understand is that Black businesses support Black communities. And you may not think that we do, but we do. For
It does.
example, my business, whenever I'm doing something, I've got a design out that I'm going to be talking with Chris about in the next couple of days for Black-owned businesses, so that we can support the community, and not just the community locally, but on a statewide and federal-wide aspect. So it's kind of like we're the only ones that's coming out and supporting those little kids that's on a little league team, because we got the Black-owned businesses that supporting the Black business, the Black teams that are out there where these little kids don't have enough uniforms or sneakers or cleats, whatever it is. We do that. So don't complain about the money that you're spending, because that is not fair to that person that sold you that product, especially whenever they've done everything right and did it to the best of their ability, and then you still complain about it, and then you have the gall to complain about it to them. You make me want to punch you in the face with that foolishness. Don't do that. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You good.
Another
You good.
issue is when, as a Black-owned business, if I hire one of us and
Come on now. Right.
I'm expecting the same level of work out of everybody. Yeah, I might know your mama. Yeah, I might know your daddy. But understand, once it's go time, you are here to do what to handle this list of work. I don't need you slacking. With at least with me, the quicker it gets done, the faster you can go. All of my contract work isn't by hour. It's usually by project. So once you get done, it's over. You got your money. Here it is. But oh man, I know, that's my dad's friend. We go way back. My dad go to high school together. I get to it, and then pardon my French, but then you half-ass it just to get me something.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Now I've put quality dollar behind you, and you gave me penny product. But then when I come and tell you about it, oh, you just hating and yada yada. Just trying to run a business here, just like everybody else.
And you would not do that if you were working for a white person.
No, they wouldn't.
So I'm not going to gripe anymore because, I have a lot to say about this whole subject, but I'm going to be quiet from this point on.
Nah, y'all, all good, all good. So we're going to pivot here for a minute. So I just want to remind everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is a webisode once a month, the last Thursday of the month, brought to you by bantucola.com, home of the Gulf Coast Black Business Directory, as well as we support Pensacola Black businesses. Besides that, I want to recommend a couple resources to you that are available in our area. So if you're a new business owner, you're trying to get off the ground, or you're still practicing hustlenomics and you're trying to get to that level of sustainability, you're in that startup mode, but you're working on really finding a sustainable business model. In fact, a sustainable revenue model. I want you to go on Facebook right now and search for the Business Roundtable. And the Business Roundtable is designed to help you focus with a small, intimate group of people to help you build your business, build all the collateral around that, help you, give you a support group to help train you. And it's almost like a mastery class. And that's what's being built at the Business Roundtable. So go to Facebook, search for the Business Roundtable, apply to join the group. Another resource that's available to you in our area is a small Black investment club called the Noor Investment Group. And I'm a part of that group, and so I'm recommending it. And it's, if you want to build wealth, start with the Noor Investment Group. We are a small club in Pensacola, and we are growing a brand. Another group that's starting up in the area, I'm just giving you resources, right? Just giving you resources, right? Another area, group that's starting up is a gun club, right? Black gun club, right? We talk about all the violence that's happening in the area. Now, a lot of people talk about nonviolence and actually not having guns or getting rid of guns in the community. But the fact is, this country enshrined within the Constitution the right to bear arms, and guns aren't going anywhere in this nation. And the smart people understand how to use a gun intelligently. They're practiced with a gun. They understand what a concealed weapon is. They know how to protect their family, right? They go to the range and they practice, and they are in a position to be educated about firearms. If you want to be educated about firearms in the Black community, I want you to go search for a new Pensacola Black Gun Club. In fact, it's called BGOA Pensacola. If you search for BGOA Pensacola, you'll find the group. You can join, invite to join. It's an interest group where we're working on interests of people who are interested in building around safe gun handling in this area. Give us the opportunity to educate our own community, make sure we get guns off the street, but more so in the hands of law-abiding gun citizens who are going to help keep us safe, keep our families safe, right? All right, so all of that being said, let's move on. We're going to move on and get right into some practical elements here of our panel. And again, I want to thank our panel for hanging out with us. We have a wide variety of people here coming from different backgrounds. So I want to thank you all for your information that you're providing. And while we're at it, so I want to talk about, how does the sales funnel play in the marketing and growing the customer base of a small Black business, right? Whether I'm JoJo's Beauty Supply, or I have this internet business over here, or I run a vending company over there. How does a sales funnel play in the marketing and growing my customer base?
Go ahead, Frank. You got this one.
Frank's muted.
All right, what was the question?
Oh man. So we want to talk about the sales funnel, right? Okay. How does the sales funnel play in the marketing and growing the customer base? Whether you are, JoJo's Beauty Supply or Blackstone Vending over there, or this company over here, an internet business over here, how does that sales funnel play into growing your customer base? And how can you apply that with marketing?
It's really just as simple as focusing in on one particular brand, one particular item. And then once that one particular item has opened up that person's eyes, you get that quote unquote add-on. I don't know if y'all bought a cell phone lately, but every time you go to buy a cell phone, it's okay, you need a screen protector, you need a case, you need a speaker, you need and all of this stuff they're funneling down on you. You need this crap for your phone to work.
Car charger.
Right. Car charger. Like the last 4 phones you had don't use the same car charger.
For sure.
My funnels are a little different from, and this is where my target marketing doesn't really have to deal with click funnels, sales funnels, so on and so forth, because they just want something to, they want this product and they want it pushed the way they know how to push it. Like I said, I do it mainly for expos, private events, private shows, because there's usually more than one person taking care of a project or a product. But either way it goes, when they have this product, there's stuff that a DJ mixer needs a case. It needs an innovator. It needs color caps. It needs section. It needs a bunch of stuff. So my sales funnel is not as broad, I guess I should say. So there's not much product placement because there's limited aspects in my focused line of advertising, I guess I should say.
But DJs pay a lot of money for that stuff, don't they?
They drop some coinage.
It might be a smaller customer segment, but it's that customer segment is dare I say more profitable or has higher sales generation when they buy things.
Yeah, a perfect example of a studio in Atlanta dropped $65,000 just because they like the way something sound. On accident.
On accident.
They
discovered a sound and said, "Oh, we want to replicate that whole thing." So
we like
all the stuff.
We like the way that particular product replicated the sound that we like, that we're going for.
Ooh, okay.
So it's the dollar amount doesn't really matter because the profit margin wasn't as high, even though it sounds like a lot of money.
Right.
The profit margin wasn't as high, but that's where those funnels come into play, because now you want all this extra stuff with higher profit margin.
They get added on to it.
Right. You buy a car, you want rims, higher profit margin on rims than it is on the car.
Okay.
May I interject a little bit into this?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So when you're looking at a sales funnel, it's more about pinpointing who's going to purchase. And it starts off big and then it goes into like a small cone. And the reason why I say that is because when you first start marketing and the going back to the question, how does a sales funnel play into marketing? The marketing is designed to create awareness. That's the whole purpose behind it, is to create awareness. And then as you create awareness, you create interest, which is you're starting to tag into your people that are actually interested in doing or purchasing the product or the service that you have. And then you mark it down to even closer to people that have been looking at your products and your services for a while, and they're deciding to make a decision on whether they're going to purchase your stuff or Joe Blow's stuff. And so it really, how you market basically will determine the action or the decision that is made of whether or not the person is going to purchase from you. So when you look at the terms of how marketing and the sales funnel is connected, you're basically looking at it in terms of where you start off with the broad community looking at what you have, and then you're marking it down to getting to a pinpoint perspective for a particular customer that you have in mind that you know will purchase. So when you look at how that's all set up, the marketing plays a part in it, but it plays a broad part in it. But whenever you start looking at like the funnel itself, the sales funnel, it starts to pinpoint who exactly is your customer. Are they white? Are they black? Are they between the ages of 25 and 34? Are they between the ages of 65 and 70? Do they live in a home? Are they in an apartment? How much money do they make? All that stuff, do they have a dog? Are you selling to dogs? Are you selling to the owner that has a dog? You know what I mean? So it just, you're pinpointing who your client is so that they'll be more apt to making a purchase from you for the product that you have. So that's how the sales funnel plays a part into it. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. So with a sales funnel then, and I'm targeting, how do I capture those customers, right? From that sales funnel? What are some tools out there to help me capture those customers, right? What should I be capturing about my customer? I'm sure that's going to be a little different for each type of business vertical, but what should I be doing to capture my customers' information, right? I'm assuming that's what I want to do. That's what I'm thinking about. So running my directory, I want to capture people's information so I can reach back out to them later and do that secondary and third marketing, right? Where I can say, hey, do you want this other product or add this other product on top, right? So how do I capture that information? What tools are out there for us to be able to do that successfully?
Google Analytics is a very big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a broader avenue for you to get started, but you also want to be able to have something where you have people or a program that you can use that when someone clicks on it, you have their information. One of the things that I love about social media is that when people click on something or they comment on something, their information is there. You know who they are. You can actually go onto their profile and find out, their phone number or be able to message them and get in contact with them. So the way they have it set up, it's a really great opportunity and a tool that can be used where if someone clicks on something, you can go back to figuring out how to contact them to actually convince them to purchase from you. So those are a couple of broad ideas for me, but I'm going to let someone else talk because I talked earlier.
I think she's talking to you, Laquita.
Yeah.
I basically, that's what I said. You really just want to make sure you get their information, leads, a way to contact, because you might miss them that first go. You might have to reach out and send them an email. I don't typically capture phone numbers or anything like that. But for most businesses in marketing, that email is gonna, any kind of email list to, we reach out to them and say, hey, listen, this going on, offer a promotion or something like that. But definitely their information. By ways of capturing it, that you do have the click funnels and sales funnel, click funnels, whatever you want to call them. Two different things, but it's still a funnel. One of them is generated just to capture information. A lot of people think they're just trying to put them on an email list. Mm-hmm. Bigger companies do that, but it's not really that. They're capturing their information to kind of continue to send them promotions, know who they are, to follow them. And that's the difference between a website and a ClickFunnels. A website, it's just something they can look at. Some of it, you might be able to capture some information with some capture, but a ClickFunnels is going to grab all that.
Gotcha. So it's more like a landing page, right? So targeted marketing leads you to a page that's a landing page, and the goal is to sell you on something, or at least try and capture your information, collect information. So you want to have some sort of landing page for specific market, specific components that you're selling, a specific service that you're selling. And then that ties back into SEO, what we were talking about earlier, right? To have the SEO so it brings people to that landing page where you then show up on this page, or your customer shows up on this page, and they're enticed by what you're selling, what services you're providing, what they're going to get for free, right? And that's usually a good moniker as a catch, is right, giving away something, right, to get that information. And then once you have their information, then you can market to them, you can sell to them, you can follow back up with them in all kind of various avenues, right? So it's that freemium model.
You can even set up on your website. I have one on my website, a survey that people can take, and they fill out the information. You know, one of the things that I have on my website is for people that are trying to do a business plan, and I ask several questions and give them the opportunity to answer true, false, and they fill the information in. And once they click submit, I have their information, I've captured it, and I can go back and contact them that way. So just depends on how you want to set it up so that you're able to like get that information. For me, the website is one of the best ways to do it because people will click on it, and once I pay for the website, it's free. So that's something that you want to look at. If you're trying to do something where it's going to be more expensive or cost a little bit more, then the sales funnels and the email marketing and all the other stuff comes into play. But you can set it up literally from your website to have certain things where you can capture information just like that as well.
Sure.
So while we're talking about capturing information and the initial cost of just, having a website, how much money should Black businesses be spending on marketing in general during this time or any other time, really? So I'll say COVID times and then post-COVID, like later on. How much money should we actually be spending either from our budget or just out of our pocket, right? From our day job that's funding our side hustle that we're trying to turn into a revenue stream, right? A sustainable income stream. How much money should we be spending on marketing and branding and logo and effects and all of those things?
Go ahead, Crystal.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. To me, it all depends on how serious you are and how much you can afford to comfortably invest.
Right.
Give me a percent though. Give me like a percent.
It all depends. Once again, I can't give you a straight percentage because people like me, like I have very little overhead. So I can, if I chose to, I can spend a lot of money on stuff like branding, websites. I could put a big chunk. I could put probably 40% comfortably into that. If you can, that's exactly what you should do, as much as you can. But you have some people, like I'm pretty sure JoJo's, she has inventory. She has electricity bills. She has, regular day-to-day maintenance of just keeping up with what she might only be able to do 15 comfortably. However, that's a full 15 that she should put into it.
So dollar-wise, I would say if you had it comfortably between $150 to about $200 to $250. And the reason why I say that, and that's not like on a weekly basis, that's that you can probably get someone that can help you with that, like marketing your company and getting that information out there comfortably between that. There are packages that you can get. I was talking to Laquita earlier. She has packages, and I also have packages where you can do a number of things and tap into every area as far as that is concerned. So it just depends on how you want to do it. But I'm going to say this, being your own marketer can sometimes be the most damaging thing. So if you don't know how to market, if you haven't taken a class on marketing, if you haven't taken a class on graphic design, you can be your own worst enemy in marketing. So you want to be able to have someone that knows how to do it and do it correctly so that they're able to help you get your message out there correctly. So if you have the money, I would strongly suggest at least dropping a bill or two so that you're able to get your information out there correctly.
How long is that for? So you say drop a bill or two. It's like, if I drop two bills, I get my information out there, I'm good?
So it takes normally, whenever you market something, it normally takes about 90 days to see a return. So between 90 to even 180 days. So if you can budget between now and then, like if you start now, you figure by December, Christmas, you should start to see some kind of return from what you're doing. Like for example, I have a real estate agent that I work with right now, and he sells houses. And you don't just pick up a house and sell it. I don't care what anybody say. That's one of the hardest things to sell. But we've been working at his marketing steadily for about 6 months to a year, like getting everything on point, and he's growing, like exponentially growing. So, and it's because we've got all of the stuff in place. We've got his SEO in place. We've got his SMO, which is his social media optimization. We have his email marketing on point. So, and then we have his analytics on point, so we can see who's seeing what and when they're seeing it and why they're seeing it and how they're going to look at it again. All that stuff plays a big part on it, but normally between now, like if you start now, between now and the next 90 days, 120 days, you should start seeing some kind of return on what you put out there.
All right.
I agree, but one of the things that I tell my clients when they get ready to come in, I tell them you're gonna have to come up with a budget. Marketing is one of those things that you start funneling, and you can get high quick. Especially if you start off with branding. If you branding by itself, you got logos, you got this, you got that. So first off, find a company that you trust. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you, marketing is not cheap, and that is the reason why our people were so slowful on getting professional branding.
Yep.
Also, the reason why I started Shakur, I saw too many companies that could have made it, but they just wasn't branded. They wasn't trusted by the majority. It wasn't branded correctly. So professional, and then we tend to market to our friends.
Yes.
And that's not how we do it.
Please stop doing that. I'm sorry.
Stop doing it. And
That's
when
not how you market.
right, and then when you have your friends, you know how we do what we can do to get by. You know that's us, and we would go and get a logo, and let David, little brother, them draw us up something, and that's what we put on the front of our business. And that's also, like I told you, I've said it 1,000 times. The reason why Shakur is because we provide professional branding, and then we talk with our customers. We walk them through the process, depending at where they are. I have customers that's already branded. All right, let's just work on marketing. But I'm telling you, if you come through the door and we need logos, websites, you running it up. It's not simple. To be honest with you, I have people that's been in the market looking for websites, and people are giving them prices of $3,000 just for a website. A website my client couldn't even work once they got it.
Yeah, that's a going website.
Yeah.
I break the price down and I make sure it's manageable for them. So really what they really do, they need to find a company, honestly, that they trust, work it out between them where they're getting what they're going to get, that they can, maintain at a comfortable rate. Because I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I could say, yeah, I'm cheaper in this white male dominant field. I am cheaper, but I know the price get high. I do offer some kind of financial planning. I work with you, but when it comes to it, it's high. It ain't no way around it.
So
It
can I
costs
come?
to be able to market. It that visibility it costs.
Yes.
Do y'all
So
offer finance
I don't know
plans?
when she said $200. I'm scratching my head like,
To answer your question, Chris, yes, I do offer a finance plan. It's called, we break your payments up into 3 months sometimes. One of my clients, I built a website. It cost $2,000 for me to build the website, and we broke the payments up into 4 payments, and he was comfortable with that. So you got to look at what's comfortable for you, and understand that what this is the one thing that I notice about Black people is that we have a vision, but we're not willing to pay for that vision. And that's the difference between us and white people. If you have a vision, and you know that it's something that God has blessed you with, that he can bring something that's going to create wealth for you, don't squelch on your vision, because that's your God. That is a God-given vision that he gave you so that you can make it out of the dunghills or wherever you are in life and become something greater than what you are. But if you penny it to death, you're killing your vision. So you have to be willing. And I don't know why I'm about to cry. I get so emotional. I'm very passionate about what me and Laquita, we both love what we do. I'm telling you, we love it. One of the things that I do is I sit down and I really talk to my clients about their vision, and I help them cultivate. I'm like a fertilizer for visions, because I help people see how their vision that God has given them is so much bigger than what they are and what they can even imagine themselves. But if you penny your vision to death, or you squander your vision, you're killing what God has given you. And that's not cool for you. And then in the end, whenever it's all said and done, when you go and meet the maker, the question's going to be, what did you do? And you're going to say, well, I did this, but it was hard, God, but he gave you the vision and you pennied it to death. So don't do that. So take time to look at what it is that you have, and see the value in it more than we do, because I can see the value in your business, and so can Laquita, and so can Frank, and so can Chris. We can see the value of what you have, but if you don't see the value yourself, you've just killed your vision just like that.
By undervaluing what you thought was good, but then you undervalue it because you don't understand its worth.
Right.
So I guess I'm thinking, right? So if I wanted to come out, say I have a business and I want to up my social media game, right? And I say, man, I need to up my social media game. So I got my website, I got a logo, but I need to have a presence. What does that look like? Is that like a bill or two, or what does that look like in price? How do I up my game where I'm visible everywhere on the web, right? Because I already got the other things in place.
There's no set price in what you're asking, because there are ways to do it that you could do it honestly for $20, but to get it done right, and go to somebody and make sure that because just to throw a sponsored ad out there, that's easy enough to do. But if you want to make sure you got your target market for that target product for your target time, because timing is just as important as anything else.
Absolutely.
You have to make sure that's done right, and that costs a little more. And that's why people come to people like us. It happens on my end more often than not, because a liquor company's targeting a certain time of the year to bring out their watermelon vodka, for such and such. All right, cool. So we have 2 weeks. We need a pool party. We need women, and we need all the social media coverage we can get.
Yep.
So now you have to make sure that you have every aspect covered. So that $20 now turned into $20,000, because now I have to get people here. I have to hire models. I have to
That's true.
I have to make sure I get people outside. I might only have 10 models at this pool party, but I got 50 people running around with cameras, and
Production.
the production crew is stupid, because I have one production crew strictly for print. I have one production crew strictly for social media. I have another production crew for ads past that, because now they want to just use those same ads or that same video for ads throughout the rest of the campaign. So social media is an iffy game. Some of the social media stuff runs a lot like the Super Bowl.
Yep.
What do y'all think about Gary Vee? Any of y'all know who Gary Vee is? Gary Vaynerchuk?
Nah.
So Gary Vee does this whole thing where he talks about like a documentary style of just doing your thing, right? And he says you should be producing 30 to 50 pieces of content a day.
Yep.
For the web, for all the things, right? And he's made it to the point now. He kind of did his thing, and so he can have a production crew kind of follow him around all day and do all the things for him. But in all reality, his points are legit. It's like you should be producing that level of content. But so how do Black business owners get right down to the practical aspect of producing, let's say, 10 pieces of content a day?
The one thing that I would strongly say is that you know your business better than anybody else. And I would carry a notebook with me, and I would write down the vision that you have for your company. And the reason why I say that, and when I say the vision, I'm not talking like your company vision. I'm talking like, let's say that you have a product that you want to be out there. How do you want that product to be displayed? You know that product or that service better than anybody else. So you want to sit down and you want to try to define what it is that you have. And then as you do that, it doesn't have to be perfect, because your job is to define what it is. Our job is to make it look pretty. That's what we do. We come in and we make it where we blow it out the box for you. But if you don't have a specific definition for what it is that you have as far as your company is concerned, as far as your products and your services that you provide, we can't really do anything with it. I do content writing as well, but I have to have like a foundation to start off with, and you know your business better than anyone else.
Gotcha. So what are three things right now that brick and mortar Black owned business stores should be doing right now with marketing? What are three practical things? Just real practical. What should they be doing? What should these owners be doing right now to market their brick and mortar locations?
As far as social media content, you know the next day this is going to happen at this time, or you're going to have this going on, Facebook allows you to go ahead and set up times to have certain posts. Just go ahead and automatically do that. That's the simplest thing you can do. However, be mindful of what you post. I'm tired of seeing people post stuff, great product, great, visuals. However, you got WAP playing in the background, the unedited version, just because you like the song. I'm like, brother, wait a minute now. They ain't got nothing to do with, chicken salad soup. But whatever. You market it to your homeboys at this point in time. Let's not do that.
Oh my goodness.
What I would say is, like I said earlier, please sit down, and now is the best time to figure out how you want to market your business. Get your plan together, because if you don't have a plan, it's going to end up blowing up in your face later on down the road. So you want to have a plan, a marketing plan as to how you want to have your business expressed. That way you know what steps you're taking and where you're going from that point on.
Y'all, you avoid my question.
Who, me?
I'm gonna call all y'all out. So Frank answered one. Ain't nobody else answer it. Let me go back. Let me make sure I asked the question right. My question, give me three practical things they can do right now. So we talked about the plan, right? We talked about having a plan, but what are three things that all business owners should be able to do right now? You should be able to do these three things to promote and market your brick and mortar business right now. Let me make sure that's clear enough that I'm saying the question right, so y'all got it.
Okay, so social media posts, one, right? Visualization, find a way to get yourself out visually, whether that's still using social media and going further as far as advertising on Waze, Google Maps, something like that. And then making sure that you, as your company, is doing they're doing things the right way. I mean, don't sit here and upset people, and then because you the boss or you the owner, have good customer service. Treat them like you would want to be treated going into their company. Make sure your customer service is on point, because that's just as important. That same social media that you're advertising this great product on is the same social media that can come by and kill your whole business.
That's true.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say branding your business. One of the things that it's really, to me, having a logo is important. We didn't touch on that a lot tonight, but it is important to have a logo because that's going to be the face of your company. You don't want your face to be the face of the company. It will be a part of the face of the company, but you want to have a brand as far as like a logo is concerned. The second thing that's really popular right now, if you can't afford to spend a lot of money, I would be videotaping, doing like 30-second commercials. People do it all the time. Like, for example, let's use Crystal. Crystal, I love you, girl. And I was looking at your website, and she has a lot of things that she's out there that she can sell. Well, if you have a special going on, I would get my commercial and say, right now we have this hair grease, or we have this moisturizer that's on sale at our store. If you sign up for our newsletter to see what we have going on in the future, you can get, a percentage off, and you can create coupons that way. But you can videotape yourself with the product in your hand, and that would be a really great way of getting you out there and the product out there, and also make awareness of where you're located. So that's something that I would do. And then the third thing that I would do is make sure that you really do have a good, whenever people come to your business, that you have a solid foundation of how you're going to greet them. Greeting someone plays a huge part in business. So what you want to do is, like, when someone comes in, what is your point of contact? How are you going to, greet them, say hello to them? And when they leave, how are you going to leave a lasting effect? So you want to work on them coming in and leaving, so that when they come in and leave, whenever they're done with you, they have a lasting effect of your business, and will think about you in the future to want to come back, because people remember the good things whenever it's something good. Let me tell you something. I love sushi. I'm a sushi queen. Haven't been to a sushi restaurant in a few months now because of COVID. Love sushi. But I go to one specific restaurant all the time because of the treatment that I get coming in and leaving. So how you treat people is a lasting effect. So you want to have an opening and a closing, so that whenever they come to your business, they'll remember you.
Bet. What you got, Laquita?
Well, we're talking about what they could be doing right now to grow their business. All right, so social media is going to be the big one. Social media is actually changing marketing a lot. You need to go on different platforms. Don't just think Facebook. Don't think just Instagram. You got TikTok. You got Snapchat. Coming up with content. Content is a biggie. Not just get on there and just talking. Right now, people are making a killing off just the TikTok media platform. And they just making little cute stuff online, but people are picking it up. They're picking it up. They following them. They picking it up. So when I say social media, I want you to understand I'm talking about all the social media. If you only have a Facebook or Instagram, turn it up some. One of my slogans is turn it up a notch. Gain more platforms. You can be doing that in this season right now. Gaining more territory by increasing your platforms. Working on the quality of your content. Take your best products and stuff like that. Start making professional content, or let's just say quality content, and getting it out there on all those different social media. One thing about social media is free, for one, and people got to hear it at least 10 times before it's in here. So don't worry about nobody saying it. Set up your accounts and just push it out there. Push it out. Make sure you get quality. You can find content so easily now, but constantly, to have a successful marketing campaign online, it is said that you need to post at least every 3 days. At least. Most people that's doing really well, you'll probably notice they post every day, several times a day.
Yeah.
They're picking up people from all kind of different. So it's going to be that your content, your social media, and also at this point, I'm going to say to locally, community. I think I'm the only one that has said it several times here. And I'll emphasize that. All right. So it's a company, and this particular company had just started. I'm just going to say it was let's say, photography company.
Mm-hmm.
And which they are. They had just started, didn't have a lot of business. And one thing that they did was they went into the community and just started filming documentaries, just filming stuff. And they found this one guy who had disabilities, and they wrote up a story and they put it online. Right now, I want to say regionally, they are one of the largest photography companies because everybody watched those feel good stories. The whole time they was putting their company name throughout it. So people just started picking it up. They was watching it for the stories, but it came to who do you want to do the photography of your business? And it became them.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Community is gonna, and I even got it on there. A lot of people don't touch it, but I will. I will touch community. I partner my clients with nonprofits because actually what they go out and do is they are building themselves inside of the community, you know, and they're letting people know this is what I'm about. Major companies do it. They do it for a reason. It's called PR. Right now, you could be working on your PR, which is free. Use your community, use those around you to come up with, like with her and her. I mean, I'm pretty sure she have a client, you know, they could start a little show, runway show, you know, she just trying on wigs. People will probably get it, make it, you know, make it funny. Right there, you done picked up 10 more clients. They know what your story is now because your Aunt Lula Mae wore that wig online. You got 10 more people that know what that story is. So right now, it's content, it's online, and it's actually getting it out there, partnering with people in the community. That's what
Gotcha.
local branding.
So to all the users out there who are watching, we lost our chat. So I'm kind of actually poking around. I noticed that it wasn't moving for a while. And I noticed that there's a few people who've asked some questions. So I want to go back and hit some of these questions before we wrap up
Okay.
here real fast. So one of the questions that came in is we've got some people, Tyrone is saying he's visible on the web, right? He's got products out there. People are visiting his site, but he says no one is buying. So what would y'all say to Tyrone about that?
First question is, does he have a store on his website?
I would
Yeah.
assume so, since
Yeah.
he's saying no
Nobody
one
knows.
is buying.
Okay.
Whatever it is, whether it's a service or it's a product that he's going to drop ship, no one's buying his product.
I would be honest, I would have to look at that.
Yeah, I know the
I
product
would
is
have to basically look at what he got going on. Because also then at that point I would say, you know, hey, look, we might need to run a few promotions or this, that. I would have to look at that one. I can't just say, Brother Tyrone, you know, make 3 more posts a day and you're gonna have good business. It would actually have to be, I would have to sit down and look at it. And then I come up with multiple concepts and strategies.
and it also
So
depends on how the website looks as well. Like, is it appeasing? You might like it. One of the things that we as people, when we build something, it's all about how we feel concerning it. But if it's not appeasing to your customer or your target market, they're not going to purchase from it. So it depends on how you have everything set up. So we would need to look at your website. We would need to look at how you're marketing on your website to give you a real good answer as to what's going on with that.
And one of the biggest things I found as of recently, people don't trust every form of payment. So it could be that they're getting to
Yep.
the point, and now all of you got, email me what I don't know what you're selling, but email me what size shirt you want, and then cash out me, yada yada yada.
Right, and also in how he engage his followers, because I do see he said he got followers and stuff. He trying to convert them. Engage them.
Yeah.
Engage them with promotions. Engage them with marketing. Engage them. I mean, but again, I don't know. I don't know what his products look like. It may be the brand. It may be a trust. I don't know. I can't just
Drop
Okay,
your
so
website.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna throw it out there. It's tywill.net. He posted it in the chat. It's called
What is it?
tywill.net.
Ty Will?
Yeah.
I'm looking at his website right now, and my first question is, what are you selling? Because you have cameras, and then when I click on another link, you're selling T-shirts, and then there's a few other things, and it's kind of like, what exactly are you trying to sell, so that people can know? Is it mostly T-shirts? Because that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. Photo, photography, apparel, T-shirts is I think where it's at. So he's marketing to photographers and the apparel that they would wear to kind of showcase themselves as photographers, or whether you're professional or amateur.
Okay.
That would be my assumption.
Okay. So looking at your website, I'm going to be really honest with you, and please don't take this the wrong way. It does not look like it's professionally done. It's like it was done by
Stock. It looks
you.
stock.
And people do not trust with websites that look like this. They're not going to purchase just because you have your information out there. So you would really need to go back in and really allow someone to come in and really revamp it so that it looks trustworthy is the first thing. And
Yeah, it's the content.
yeah, along with that as well. So, and then when I clicked on your cart and it says it's empty and everything, I didn't click on anything as far as purchase is concerned, but also your products that that you're selling, you need to have product placement done correctly, which is having someone really come in and actually take pictures of your products that you have. The way you have them placed on here, that's fine for someone that's just getting started. But if you're trying to really sell your t-shirts that you have, you want to have the product placement done correctly, and this is not correct.
Yeah, that first photo collage.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that's your product. Those look like stock photos.
Yep.
So
take time and actually do a photo shoot with those
yeah.
t-shirts. You know?
Have someone actually stand, and don't just do them in a white background. Like, have them looking like someone's outside walking around with the t-shirt on. If you look at how people model clothing now, it is so different. They make you feel like you belong in that product or service or whatever it is that they're selling, like the clothing. So, and they don't just put you in front of a white board or whatever. They put you outside like you're living, and that's kind of how you want to do this. And that's one of the reasons why you're not selling the way you would like to sell, because it doesn't look like you're serious. So you would need to have someone like me or the other two come in and really get your products good so that you can they know.
I wouldn't say that. His website just looked like it's stocked, like it's a pre-generated website. It doesn't have the content or the stuff that would grip customers to say this is real. Yeah, I trust to put money. It's just like one of those sites. Like if you put like one number off, you slip it to like the black world. It's just it's a stocked site, and I don't know if you had done the site yourself or did you pay anyone. And then it's not enough content. It's nothing that I can get to know this company, this brand, and it's just really shirts. So you're gonna have to do a little bit more to bring the customers in. A lot of people, they support things just by the mission. Look at Pink Dolphin. Pink Dolphin sell $200-300 shirts all because they support Pink Dolphins. I would just say kind of look over it, look at your branding, look at the website, and revamp. Yeah, okay. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I didn't know if you sold cameras or lenses.
That's what I was thinking.
Jackets.
So yeah,
I think it's like that photo, the camera guy type thing. I think he might be a cameraman that is selling gear to other cameramen.
I got it after I looked at the shirts and read the shirts. They're geared towards, people that do photography, just like most of the shirts I wear are geared towards hip hop and, DJing.
Yeah.
Like I got on a cross color shirt. So, I mean, that's just most of the stuff I wear. Yeah.
It's still around. I know. When Frank told me that they were still around.
Let me see, Frank. I'll be in Pensacola really soon. I'll be picking up my shirt. Oh my goodness, I love it.
There's the brand right there.
That's the brand right there. That's your cross color.
Yep.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you don't know Cross Colors? Oh my goodness.
Listen,
the hip hop brand.
We're gonna check you. We're gonna check your card.
Yeah,
do you know who TLC is?
Black anymore?
That's all like the hip hop,
like 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you, I'm going to be honest. I have never been into hip hop, so yes, I'm
all good.
It's all right.
All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna wrap it up. We opened it up for a little Q&A, but we are hitting our 8 o'clock hour. I don't want to hold our guests long. If there's any final questions, y'all want to drop it in there real fast. We can check those out in the comment section. If anybody want to drop in any comments on the last few minutes of the panel here. And while we're walking through the last few minutes of the panel here, I want to again thank our guests who took the time to spend time with us this hour, this time period, and share some secrets, share some knowledge, share some critiques, share some ways that we can improve ourselves, improve our businesses. I hope you will patronize these marketers, right? Find their businesses online. We're going to actually share within the comments of these live videos links to their websites, links to their socials, so you can go follow them and find them and utilize them, spend money with them, right? They're giving you something for free today. Hopefully it was enough to whet your appetites that someone has piqued your interest in something. You can go follow them and find them and up your marketing game. With that being said, I do want to remind you, September 25th, and one more time, September 25th is our next event. That's going to be the last Thursday in September. We will announce the topic here shortly. And if you are interested in actually having or hosting an event like this with us or sponsoring this type of event, just reach out to myself via bantucola.com or on the DMs and Facebook, or you can reach one of the We Support Pensacola Black Business admins, and we can actually get that set up for you. We hope to do more of these and continue this process of developing thoughts and business ideas and accoutrements and equipping Black businesses so that they can continue to grow and scale and actually practice group economics one with another. If you're interested, again, to be a part of this panel, just reach out to myself via Bantu Cola or one of the other We Support Pensacola Black Business admins. And now I'm looking for any last minute comments that might have showed up. Any last minute words that you all want to share while we're getting ready to close out panel?
For all the people that were watching, please drop your links into the, especially your Facebook links into the page so we can like your pages. And we'll drop ours in as well. That'll be a really great way to build in awareness of your brand.
Right.
So shout out to Hammer. He put in, if you guys need any photography, check out Gulf Coast Panorama, another Black business. Shout out. I will shout y'all out all night. Make sure your businesses are listed in Bantu Cola. All right, panel.
I do have also one more resource. I do have clients that come in mainly just to join the network, the Shakur network. I do have clients from Canada, Africa, all the way down to Miami. And once they're within the network, they're able to, again, I don't like or allow bartering, but however, they open up opportunities for other business owners in other locations. And that's like part of my purpose. A shout out, and I do want to do a shout out to Ken and Dignity, which is in Houston. It's a Black, I just have to say it, it's a Black magazine. I love them. And if you ever one of those people that are like, what happened to Ebony? Okay, well, we do have another Black magazine. It's called Ken and Dignity. I love it. The content of it is awesome. It supports the Black entrepreneur culture of the South.
What was the name of the mag? What's the name of the magazine?
It's called
again?
Ken and Dignity.
Ken and Dignity.
Ken and Dignity.
Okay.
But the network consists of owners, business owners, gaining new territories. So like I kind of is once we're in the door, we open the door for everybody. That's pretty much how the network. So on top of just marketing, we do have a network. So make sure that you check that out. If you don't need marketing, maybe you just need to be in a support group where you can learn things, because we are constantly, I'm not one of those people, I'm not going to tell you because, you know, I'm not going to make no money. No, I'm going to help grow you so that you can help the next one run. So definitely check out the Shakur Network. It is on sale, $50 to the end of this month, which is Black Business Month. And then after that, it jumps back up to regular price, which is $150.
Awesome. So we got Ken and Dignity. Okay, someone dropped it in the chat for us. So I was saying Ken, C-A-N, but you were saying Ken.
Yeah, Ken and Dignity.
Let me put that up on the screen as well so people can check that out. And then we also got Catrice posted Graphic Grooves. That's the link there on Facebook.
Got
We
it.
got another Facebook user here. Got my chat working again. Life Care Companions in Northwest Florida. Okay. There's the website link there. And we're going to post these. These will be in the chat, so they'll be there for everybody to check out as well. I also want
Okay.
to remind people of our local business roundtable as well. So you have your Shakur network, which sounds awesome and amazing, and is focused on marketing and building up. And we have a local business, what we call our business roundtable here on Facebook, called the Business Roundtable. And it's focused on taking small businesses and those who are still kind of in the hustlenomics lane and helping them just get their business together, and the focus of actually getting your I's dotted, your T's crossed. So many Black businesses couldn't qualify for those PPE loans and other things just because they didn't have their basic paperwork together, with things simple as making sure that your business documents actually show the correct address, right? Simple
Right.
things like that
That's true.
will just
That's
mess
true.
you up. And so the Business Roundtable is focused on helping you actually develop those base level accoutrements. And we have mastery classes 101, 201, and 301. So just go to Facebook, search for the Business Roundtable. You'll find out more information about that. We got the Shakur Network, and we've got other things happening. So anybody else want to share anything? Frank, were you finna say something? I thought I saw.
Yeah, I was just if you're interested in national product placement, let me know. Give me a call. Let's set something up. Inbox me, and if you're serious, we'll talk.
Simple as that. Simple as that. National,
Product
worldwide known DJ. Product placement. Do that. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you all for your time tonight. We're going to close us out with some music. Where's my DJ at? Oh, I'm the DJ.
You the DJ tonight.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Y'all be easy.